your daily dose of the latest from the financial markets around the globe, presented by Skyriss.
Oracle stock dropped 4% on Thursday, closing at $137.86, due to lingering investor concerns after its last earnings report despite beating estimates. Australian stock market index slipped 0.7% on Friday, halting a three-day gain amid a fragile two-week ceasefire between the US and Iran that kept investors cautious. Gold steadied above $4,750 per ounce and remained on course for a third consecutive weekly gain, as the US-Iran ceasefire triggered a sharp decline in oil prices. The Australian dollar held above 70 cents, staying at a three-week high, as a two-week ceasefire in the Middle East conflict lifted global risk sentiment and weighed on the US dollar. Bitcoin traded above $72,000 on Friday, gaining about 0.9% in 24 hours, driven by renewed optimism around institutional demand and easing geopolitical tensions. Now let's review the major economic events of the day. At 12:30 p.m., the U.S. to release the annual inflation rate for March, following 2.4% in February. At 2 p.m., the U.S. will release figures for the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index of April, following 53.3 in March. Monday's major economic events. At 2 p.m., the existing home sales in the U.S. are expected to decrease, after reaching over 4 million in February. At 11 p.m., the UK will release figures for the annual retail sales of March, following 0.7% in February.
And that's it for this week's Market News Roundup, presented by Skyriss. Thanks for joining us, and see you again next week as we bring you the latest market news and insights. We wish you a great weekend.